Hey, I heard some. They don't want that free blue. Free blues. Yo, what up, gang? This is Free Blues Boxing. Please hit the subscribe, the like, and the notification bell for unlimited boxing content, knowledge, wisdom, and experience. We are back, baby. What's good? Oh, man. The end of 2020 is a heck of a year of boxing. It's going to go down as probably the greatest years of boxing ever. Saturday, November 7th, we have Yuriorkis Gamboa, former unified featherweight title holder, versus one of the youngest, most underrated, most feared, the boogeyman of the division, Devin "The Dream" Haney, also the current WBC lightweight champion of the world. He's 24-0, 15 knockouts, one of the most exciting boxers on the planet. By the way, he predicts a dominant performance against Yuriorkis Gamboa. Boy, it's finna be a thriller. Now, they call him Devin "The Dream" Haney, but trust me, that boy is a nightmare. And he's only 21 years old, and he's a belt holder. Now, this is the first time Devin's been back in the ring in about a year. I know he suffered from a shoulder injury, and he wasn't able to train for about 6 months. Devin described those 6 months of just staying stagnant, depressing. He's been boxing ever since he was like 5 or so, and he wasn't able to get in the gym and train, and it didn't do well for his mental. The great news is that he's 100% bounced back, and he feels like he has a chip on his shoulder. Now, the media and the boxing world has painted this narrative that Devin loves to talk trash. He likes to talk a good game. So he's going to feel a lot of pressure now that he's fighting Gamboa. Now, Devin emphasizes that Yuriorkis Gamboa gave the top guys, he's talking about Gervonta Tank Davis and Terrence Crawford, he says the fight of their lives. Now, when Gervonta Davis fought Gamboa, he didn't end up stopping him until the 12th round. Gamboa also suffered an Achilles tear in, I believe, the first round or two. By the way, this man Gamboa is a real veteran. He's 38 years old. He'll be turning 39 in December. So they were saying it took Tank 12 rounds to beat up an old guy who had an Achilles tear. But what people fail to realize is Gamboa is tougher than what people think. He's got a great chin and also great survival tactics. So if these young fighters feel like they're about to knock him out, he knows how to hold, and he knows how to kind of rough you up on the inside. When Gamboa fought Terrence Crawford, I think about like 10 years ago, don't forget, he hurt Crawford before he got stopped. Also believe it was nominated the Fight of the Year. He definitely gave the pound-for-pound welterweight one of his hardest fights up to date. 2 reasons why Gamboa can't beat a top fighter is because his stamina is bad and his defense is poor. Now, these last couple weekends have literally been heat, starting with Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko. He beats Lomachenko and becomes the undisputed lightweight champion on the top-ranked side. Then the following Saturday, Tank Davis just took on Leo Santa Cruz, knocks him out in the 6th round, becomes unified champion at 135 and 130. Now it's Devin Haney's time to defend his WBC and shut up the critics. Now, I see on a lot of y'all lists on the internet, Devin he's ranked like the 4th or 5th best lightweight under Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, and then they put Devin as the 4th or 5th. Let's not get it twisted. Devin Haney is the most talented fighter at the lightweight division besides Tank Davis. I think he's so good that if him and Tank were to fight, I'd call it a draw. He's just so defensively sound. I mean, he's got defense just like Floyd, the shoulder roll. He's just absolutely mastered it. If you sit down and watch his full fights, I mean, the man doesn't get touched. I mean, he fights like a young Floyd and a prime Roy Jones Jr. Another interesting thing that people don't know is he's trained by his dad, who is Bill Haney, who was also he was a music executive. For his dad to come from the music world into the boxing world, it raised his son into boxing and become one of the best trainers of today. I mean, in my eyes, it's just truly remarkable. By the way, he worked with some of the famous artists, Aaliyah and Too Short. So he's definitely key in their brand, Devin Haney Promotions. Devin Haney actually grew up around Floyd since he was 5, and he was also trained at least at one point by Floyd Mayweather Sr. So the Mayweathers played a role in Devin Haney's maturation process. Now, Devin Haney is big for his weight class. He said he had no problem of making weight because of the shoulder injury. He just had all this time to just chill and just really just reflect and get his weight right. There was one moment in his career where he said that making 135 is not easy and that he was outgrowing his weight class. Therefore, he's willing to stay at the lightweight division and make these unified title bouts between Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez. He even wants a piece of Ryan Garcia down the line, but he says that Ryan is more interested in fighting a more dangerous fighter like Tank. Devin also said there would be no point in trying to fight a Ryan Garcia right now because he wouldn't gain anything but Instagram followers. He said that he doesn't have a belt. And that makes total sense. Fight for the belts, fight for the top names. Eventually the money will come. So the winner of Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell, they fight December the 5th on Dazn. The winner will be Devin Haney's mandatory for the WBC lightweight belt. Assuming Ryan gets the job done, he will be the top contender for not only Devin Haney, but Teofimo Lopez and Tank Davis. These four lightweights are the future and right now boxing. And also, don't forget Shakur Stevenson, who fights under the top-ranked ESPN platform. So never mind, count that 5. Yuriorkis Gamboa fighting Devin Haney this Saturday is a high risk, high reward, and it's his last chance to really just shock the world. Deep down, Haney makes a huge statement, and based off this performance, he wants to put the lightweight division on notice. So if he ends up stopping Gamboa at under 12 rounds, less time than Tank did, you know he's going to be sending shots at Tank. I don't know if y'all seen, but when Tank and Mike Tyson had FaceTime, Mike Tyson eventually asked Tank, how you feel about a Shakur Stevenson and a Devin Haney fight? He asked Tank, have they sparred, and if these guys are basically negotiating a fight. Tank was like, yeah, I sparred them both. I have no friends in boxing, and he called Devin Haney a clout baby. Now, Devin Haney and Tank have had this tension these past couple years, and also was based on the past sparring. They sparred twice. There's been videos where Devin's talking about how he stopped Tank in sparring. So pretty much the fans and the media have been hyping that up as well. Sources say that Floyd told Devin that he will not be fighting Tank right now, assuming that Tank has other plans in the future, mega fights to be made with the other fighters, I guess, on Top Rank and their side, the PBC Hyman. At the same time, I know Devin's co-promoter, Eddie Hearn, is gonna do a phenomenal job of building Devin Haney into a cash cow. I mean, this is what he did for Anthony Joshua. Joshua is the cash cow coming out of the UK, and he's got mostly all the belts. He will easily turn Devin Haney into that global boxing star. Have him selling out legitimate 20,000 people arenas. The future's looking bright for this young superstar. November 7th, catch Devin Haney versus Yuriorkis Gamboa for the WBC World Lightweight title. November 7th, live on Dazn. Again, this is Free Blues Boxing. Hit the subscribe, the like, and the notification bell for unlimited boxing content, knowledge, wisdom, and experience. You know what it is. Until next time.